So we already talked about the lockers being a thing that people should know about, but they just like refuted us with, well, people just don't. And
Yeah,
like,
everyone's a fucking rube.
It really doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's like I can't prove otherwise, I guess.
I wonder if the missing piece will matter.
Oh wait! It's Marshall's fingerprints, but he said he never goes in that room.
Wait. When did they get labeled Marshall's fingerprints?
No, we found them out. Remember, we had like a little fingerprint like comparison chart. Like, you know,
we were
like,
able to compare that one.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like where, I don't know where you present that, but technically it's like,
no, I just go to him saying he doesn't go in there.
Does he? Is he making rounds inside the room? Is he making rounds? Is me like making rounds to me like you would walk around the premises?
Yeah, he's supposed to check it out 3 times a day. He's like, but that ain't my style. Objection,
actually,
bitch.
You were in there.
Your Honor, what do you think about the witness statement?
Oh no.
Fuck.
Why? Why is this not? You know, but I say that always. Like, why does this not work?
Beep, 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 beep. He did say that weird line where he said, I have a trump card, but I should up the ante first. So maybe that's supposed to mean that Phoenix doesn't want to use that evidence yet, and that he needs to contradict something else here first. I haven't read these yet. SL9, closed. Perpetrator, Joe Drake. Crime, serial murder. Sentence,
Joe Dark.
Death. Joe Dark, yep.
Oh, he was sentenced to death? So now we know that exists in this world.
Yep. Apparently, Japan's death penalty is executed via hanging.
Wow.
Which is, dark. That's pretty Joe Dark. But I guess they haven't done it since 2015 or something. Victims, Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall.
Victims? Wait, Neil Marshall.
That's a Marshall.
Do you think it's like his dad or something?
Trial data. Head prosecutor Miles
Edgeworth, of course it is.
Witnesses Lana and Emma Skye. There wasn't a Skye there though, right? No. But yeah, they lost a Marshall. Investigation Task Force. Executive investigators Damon Gant, Lana Skye. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. There's a Marshall. That sounds awful.
That sounds like some sort of motive.
To me, not sure what that means.
So like Angel Starr would have a motive because she hates that she lost her job because of this specific incident.
Do you remember what the outcome of this was?
What do you mean?
Oh wait, no, we know the outcome, I guess, because the it's in the evidence room for solved cases, so they must have solved it. It's not open.
This one says. It says closed on the first page. Remember?
So yeah, it's like I was thinking for a second there, like did Jake go after Miles for not successfully closing the case?
So here, I was gonna say, here's everyone's motivation. You got like, because Angel Starr is pissed off because she lost her job as a result of this. She has to be a lunch lady now. Technically, Jake Marshall is now his stupid job because of this. Bruce Goodman also. They all got like demoted because they were falsifying evidence, and I think they blame Edgeworth for that because Edgeworth got caught falsifying evidence because that's what he's known for. Maybe
Goodman was up to shit.
But, I mean, they all have motive, and now Marshall has extra motive because apparently someone he knows probably died.
This handful of pages is exclusively the characters that are in this case.
Yeah, it's like, how is it related? It's like, well, I wonder.
It's every single one of them. Well, that's all we're getting from that. Stephanie, what do I do? You can't sing your way out of this one, Stephanie.
Oh, I'm not even here.
Ooh, you fade out like Gumshoe.
I mean, do you want to? This is the thing. We already talked to him about the lockers, but I'm kind of tempted just to show him the locker. I don't know what he's gonna say if you just show him the locker at this point. But we already
Because he
talked
says that it's
about
only
it.
protected by 2 security systems.
Well, because he's not counting the lockers because he doesn't know. He didn't know about them because he's an idiot.
It's weird because we already talked about it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't know what to present because we already talked about that.
Yeah.
But like everything, he's like, his first couple statements aren't really like, there's nothing you can really say about him saying, oh yeah, I have to watch the bone orchard. Like, what are you can't say anything to that. Oh, I guess Edgeworth brings it up for us.
Yeah, we had a whole discussion about that, so that's why it's confusing.
I mean, we can...
Like, the discussion's in game, so it's like proposing evidence would be weird. Because they already said it?
There's no reason we don't know he wasn't eating spaghetti at this point. We don't have, like... In real life, we could just go over to the freaking noodle shop and ask if he was there. Because they definitely remember this guy. But... We talked about ammo, because we thought it was going to be booze, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the trump card line again. Because I feel like that was just... Yeah. I feel like this was the suggestion that... it might be indicative that you're supposed to use something here.
No, he says before you use it, you have to up the ante. But you've objected on everything you said so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means either. That's weirdly phrased.
Did you object on that one?
So I'm wondering if I'm supposed to just present the evidence here.
Oh, yeah?
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. Why is this the acceptable place to present this?
Yes, yeah, I don't...
Why was the other one not? We discussed why the reasoning made perfect sense to present it there, because that's when he talks about whether or not he went in the room.
Well, because he's basically implying he never goes in that room.
Yeah, he's like, I don't go in that room.
I don't do my job.
Here's evidence.
Yeah.
Why would it work here? The one where he's just like daring us to use evidence, basically, and that's it?
Yeah.
What? Whatever.
It's okay.
Game's nonsense. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make me rounds. Make me rounds.
Makes me rounds.
That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
But they're bloody, though.
Yeah, but blood, though. If I only wish it were, officer.
Oh, he's gonna blame the cactus.
Oh, probably. Oh my god, it is evidence.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna come up finally.
Bloody your hand on a cactus tree. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
He's wearing heels. I mean,
He wants to be taller.
I think it's supposed to be boots, but they look like high heels.
Yeah, because cowboy boots do kind of have heels too.
Yeah, but if it ever cuts back, look at them. Like focus your eyes on them.
You never get a lot of time to look.
They look really pointy.
There's no dialogue in those scenes. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints? There was different footprints. That's a different plot point. Very well, you may begin your testimony by your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime. Who's a liar? Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker with where my fingerprint was by chance.
Well, what are the chances of that? That is
But also, like, wouldn't the blood print just like obliterate your previous print? Although I'm still questioning how they wiped off a print, but then they wiped it away, but somehow we're still getting a read on it.
Well, no, because we got because he didn't do a good job of wiping it away. So like that's why the half handprint was there.
Oh, right, you're right. Yeah, part of their hand. Yeah, that's where I made the circles comment. Like, don't you scrub in circles? Like,
Yeah.
how did you miss that?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because it's like, yeah, half their hand was bloody and half their hand wasn't. So the non-bloody part left a fingerprint, and then they wiped the blood away. Mm-hmm. The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness's explanation appears valid.
No, it doesn't.
Although there's room for doubt, such as the fact that we have a glove
Yeah.
discarded.
Yes.
Like that. Oh, that was supposed to be no, that was inside the locker though.
Yeah, no, actually, I was gonna take,
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. He nods and his beard doesn't move. He just squishes. He just goes in and out of his own beard. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Yeah, that's every time. Now's my chance to prove it. Bum-ba-da-bum. We'll be here for hours. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room.
Hold it.
Hold it. That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said.
Wait, so you don't know about...
Shouldn't that be in your testimony?
But he doesn't know about the fingerprint locks. He was talking about he doesn't know about the fingerprint locks.
Yeah, but then he apparently...
But he has a locker that he still uses.
But I think they're implying that people are just so fucking stupid that they open a locker that has fingerprint locks on it and just don't notice.
Yeah, I guess I forgot about that part.
Like they seem to use it anyway. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use.
You mind opening it up for us so we can see what that thing hanging out is?
Aha! See, as you can see, his fingerprints are at the scene of the crime. Right after he touches it. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
Aw,
why
so
do you
sad.
have a locker if you're not getting evidence?
Yeah, I was gonna say they should really retire that locker.
Yeah. Repurpose that locker for Meekins.
Yeah, because he's gonna be a great cop.
Yeah, I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Their blood, though. We gotta talk about
Apparently,
that.
his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's reprogramming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Because he's a dumbass.
So dumb.
Wouldn't you ever notice that, like, you touch the handle and it immediately does the beep and unlock before you ever press it?
Wouldn't you just notice that if you try to just like open it from the outside of the handle without like curling your fingers around the back, it wouldn't open, and you'd wonder why? Wouldn't you feel if there's like a flat, like probably like a little screen sort of sensor on the back? Like, don't you feel that? I don't know. I just have some questions.
Probably feels like the weird little button that's at the back of a lot of phones now.
Or it probably feels like a phone screen.
Yeah.
You put your fingers on it.
Oh, you don't have one of those.
What?
You don't have like a finger reader?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mine's in the middle of the back of the phone, and it's just like a weird, slightly rough texture.
The middle of the back
weird.
of the phone?
Yeah.
There? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yep. So yeah, the back of my phone has a camera, lens, and then a flash, I assume. And after that is another black circle, and you put your index finger on that, and it unlocks your phone. When I first got my phone, I was genuinely confused about how to use it for about 10 minutes.
Because you couldn't unlock it?
Yeah, I was like, I'm tapping the screen, why won't it start?
Oh, I used to have a phone that you tap the screen on, too.
Yeah.
Mine, I have to push a button on the side. It's the only way I can unlock mine.
Yeah, I used to have buttons for everything. Now I don't. I don't like it as much.
It's not as satisfying.
I still miss my slide-out keyboard. That was some cool shit.
I think they're bringing those back.
They should. They're better. One of them just happened to be in the same place as the bloodstained handprint. So then, what about the bloody handprint? It wasn't mine. It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker's covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
I don't understand.
What?
But he's saying what? Okay, so he's saying that the murderer put his handprint over the handprint that we tested, right?
Yeah.
Why did we still got his read? Like we matched his fingerprints.
Because the murderer was wearing gloves, supposedly, is the explanation.
But I don't understand.
So there wouldn't be a new print there. Although I feel like it would smudge it. I don't know. I always hear, I think I've heard that in real life. It's like way harder to get prints like ever because they're so much harder to leave clean.
But I mean, but we found it. He's saying that that those aren't his bloody fingerprints, so we found his bloody fingerprint. If the murderer came and put his hand over it, it doesn't change the fact that we still found it and we have it and we're presenting it right now. Right?
No, well, he's saying that it's his locker, so it's covered in his fingerprints, and then somebody else just happened to leave a bloody half print near his fingerprints that are already everywhere.
Wouldn't that cover up his fingerprints?
Well, because it was an incomplete blood print.
I see. That's so the likelihood of this, and then it lining up.
But then I mean, we've already been through the elevator case.
I know, but the fact it lining up to make
at some point
a
someone's
full hand
die
shape.
to a Rube Goldberg machine.
That'd be great. We would sit there and analyze how it works.
We have to put together the entire game of Mousetrap in order to figure out the sequence where they had this final destination death.
I used to love playing Mousetrap, but it was really unsatisfying because a lot of the time the little cage at the end doesn't fall. It only falls halfway. It gets stuck as it's falling on your mouse.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's really disappointing.
I feel like I never played it. I think I just built it.
I think it's 90% of everybody.
Yeah, I don't think I even know how to play Mousetrap. I think I just built the little sequence and that was it. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Mm-hmm. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of it not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. That's not how probability works. One of you is clearly wrong.
Are you trying to tell me that
only one of you can be right?
Is he trying to tell me that every square inch of the entire surface of the locker has all it's fingerprinted everywhere? So if anyone put their hand anywhere on the locker, they would inherently have his fingerprint look like it's a part of their handprint because his fingerprints are literally everywhere.
Maybe he's a fidgeter.
And he's
just kind of drummming with his hands on his own locker.
You'd have to get every square inch. You'd have to get every corner covered if you're gonna make that a 1 in a million chance comment.
I just like to give it my stank.
Oh god.
Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why?
Humor me, why?
The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? There's something about how I said that. There's a certain cadence to the pausing I accidentally did, and now I'm just thinking of Mitch Hedberg.
My friend asked me if I wanted a frozen banana, and I said no. And I thought I might want a regular banana later, so I said, okay. My fucking favorite joke!
They're as different as night and day.
Night and day. That tree is really far away.
The bloody handprint and that fingerprint are unrelated.
They are unrelated. They are not a part of each other. They are from separate instances.
The chances are 1,000,000 to 1.
1,000,000 to 1. All right.
This just makes me happy. Now it kicks me out of my brain. They're as different as night and day.
I'll just voice a whole character with my Mitch Hedberg impression.
Maybe a little time we'll introduce a new one. What? This guy's an idiot. Kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder.
Serial is a word that exists without its context to the murder.
Yeah.
A serial, a serial number.
Yeah.
Serial, like something that is a repetitive.
Also, a muffler or a muffler.
Yeah, that would have been a good comparison. That would have really been poignant.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. Don't fucking fall for the Chewbacca defense, Judge. He's just saying noise.
Now that doesn't make sense.
Have you seen that fucking clip? I think it's from South Park.
No. What is it?
I'll have to go into that later.
Okay.
It was a parody of the O.J. Simpson trial, and it was like this version of the defense lawyer just responding to the actual trial that's happening, but just being like, if Chewbacca is from Kashyyyk, then why was he on the moon of Endor? Now that doesn't make sense. And just going on bizarre tangents like that, and just keep hammering home the idea that something doesn't make sense, and then that swaying the jury to not believing the story that actually was being discussed. Repetition, basically. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Oh, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
It doesn't seem like you keep up on your job at all.
There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion.
Is it really the only logical conclusion, sir?
In his interest, it is.
Yeah.
Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards.
The seal of blood is what keeps my soul to this piece of armor.
My sleep, my soul to take. Or if I never am to wake.
No,
I pray to God my soul do take. Something like that.
And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take.
Yeah.
You know what?
I only know that quote from Sandman.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the same thing. I also only know that because of Sandman.
I only know it because of
Enter Sandman.
Fucking Metallica.
Yeah.
I don't even like Metallica, but that song was in the Rock Band 1 set list.
Metallica's
so it
got some...
a lot of repeat usage.
Our neighbor's always playing Metallica from his garage. It makes me laugh.
There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
Is it gonna be the same tape? Is it gonna be is it gonna be our same tape again?
Just keep looping. The security tape is bad evidence for incriminating him because he has the power to delete any parts of it.
Yeah,
he feels like.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Which might be why he just vanishes.
No, well, I mean, you think they're sitting there and editing, like they're editing?
Maybe
because the blue badger keeps moving. He'd have to like line it up.
Some sneaky bullshit.
Maybe.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully what you're going to do, where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Did you just complain that I'm not going anywhere? I'm just pressing each thing he says. This is what I do every time.
Yeah, this is how we play the game.
Oopsie. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something. Something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. I accidentally didn't press the last one because I pressed the joystick a little bit. Oopsie, goddammit. Too bad it wasn't me in the videotape, right, partner? So I bet that's what we do. Is
what?
You present the evidence that it's him in the video. I don't know what it is yet necessarily, but that sounds like bait to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's setting it up pretty nicely.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner?
He sounds really smug about this.
The shaving doesn't help, yeah. When are you gonna run out and fall apart?
Yeah, when are you gonna like just shave your skin off? Get right to the bone there.
Sloth. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. That's a weird line break.
Isn't the evidence has...
Why is the first line only have 2 words?
That is a good point. I like that there are Asian characters on the side of the videotape.
Yep.
Try to act like we're in LA. Excuse me.
San Francisco. Did you ever see that movie?
Which one?
It's Big Hero 6. It takes place in San Francisco. So
Yeah,
I don't think it's ever explained that how it's somehow both Tokyo and San Francisco.
I think it's just a vibe they're trying to put off.
Yeah.
I vaguely watched that movie. I didn't really care for it.
But the video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots. Places you can't see, and that asshole in the middle.
Yeah.
The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. It's a real piece of shit.
It really is.
If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Oh, so we're gonna pull the map out and look at where the camera is now?
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright, about the things that are true. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. Always go. Just
Yeah,
always do.
I don't know what you're gonna say, but sure.
Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
We're gonna watch the video again and point out the mistake.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. I wonder if this can be a costume mistake, where you can see an element of Marshall's costume on the Goodman costume, like a star or like a flask.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about like the Blue Badger, and if there's like a part where you can like see a person behind him or something, like he's hiding.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. If only it was a clock, then we'd know exactly what time.
Oh my gosh, Steve.
D D B D D D D B D D D D D D D D. Is he gonna touch that?
Oh, maybe he does.
No, he's just walking.
Oh, I mean that wouldn't matter anyway, because he touched it right where like in an opportune spot for me. There's nothing like about his.
Looking for weird details.
I don't see any.
What is that?
That's the sash for his belt. That's normal. That's how he was. Like that. That's normal. I promise.
He just looks like a weird jackass.
It's like he didn't tuck in the loose bit from his belt. A lot of people wearing jackets do it that way, but it's like he could have looped it through the loops, but he didn't.
It's like a robe belt.
Kind of. It's like when you have a belt and you have like the extra that hangs down. Trench coats have that, but it's really long. In case you're like have a gut.
What is that?
That's his belt, dude.
Oh. Look right here.
Yeah, that's his belt buckle.
Where is it? I don't know if I'll be able to recreate the suspicion. No, yeah, it was the, yeah, I saw the fishing pole, I think, and I was like, does he actually have his fucking cowboy hat on his back?
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I thought his cowboy hat was just hanging on his back. I'm like, what are you doing?
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, that would give it away. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Like he's so tied to his persona that he couldn't, for 1 minute, leave his cowboy hat.
What if he has, like, boots on or some shit?
Is he has an earring? Does he have an earring? I don't even remember if he has an earring in real life, but I don't know. I just thought that's what that little loop is.
You fool! You fucked us all with your dumb shit. You fool! Bloopy bloopy bloop bloop. Damn!
Went right for it.
Coming at him with a knife. Knife, 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 knife. What if it's the knife that he's always shaving with?
I was gonna say it could be that too, but I don't know how it doesn't look distinct enough.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing distinct about the knife
How
he
would
shaves
you
with.
ever know?
And don't we already know it's like it's a different knife anyway? Well, I guess we don't inherently know. He tosses him like he's nothing, which he kind of is, you know.
It's a brutal little video.
Blue Badger's unfazed. I mean, take a look at the knife, but I don't think it's like distinct enough. And we can probably like. I swear he's got an earring, dude. Like, look at him right now. Like I said, I don't even remember off the top of my head if the cowboy guy even has an earring. I could just be making this whole thing up.
Do 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 do.
Look at Blue Badger taunting us. He's like,
He 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 he. I'm ruining your life. Such a big knife.
it would be really
Frame
funny if it was
by
that
frame.
knife, and then it's like you could be like, well, doesn't this knife look like the one you're using right now, buddy? You pompous fuck. Always shaving in court. I mean, I guess you could try the knife thing. I can't think of anything else. He doesn't like show anything.
Bloop bloop bloopy bloop bloop bloopy bloop bloopy bloopy bloop bloop bloopy bloopy bloop 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 bloopy bloop. Oh, I can't save now. This would be a good time to save.
Well, it's okay. I mean, we have enough health to where we're not gonna die from this. You can always save after.
And it scrolls back and he's just gone. Like, woo!
Like a sneaky.
Spooky! Where did he go?
He must have been crawling on the floor.
It's embarrassing.
Which means that he, like, wasn't afraid of the camera. Like, there's no way he could have predicted that Blue Badger would have covered up everything about him. So him, like, crawling to get out is kind of, like, pointless, only because if I was him, I would assume that I was, like, seen fighting with, Meekins anyway. And so the jig is up. Might as well just walk out.
Yeah, what's the chance that the Blue Badger
Like,
would
covers up every
perfectly
aspect,
match-
yeah.
Yeah, it perfectly Austin Powers him.
But it's a good thing you did, because obviously it worked out.
Do 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 do. Knife? I don't know, maybe we just try the knife.
Yep.
There, how's that for evidence? No.
Oh, nope.
Nope, the hand slam don't mean shit. Please allow me to apologize for my colleague, Your Honor. He gets carried away sometimes.
There you go.
This is a good time for me. I didn't go to the top again. I always fuck this up.
What does that mean?
I always fuck this up. Yeah. I go 1, 2, 3, 4 on my saves. But when I reset to the top, I keep going saving on slot 2 instead of 1. So my rotation's all fucky. Because it scrolls, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll save on the top one, and I forget every single time. I'm a fucking disaster.
You're a mess.
I'm a mess. He gets carried away sometimes. Yes, well, this certainly isn't a first.
Damn.
Hey, I have saved many people. Will you forgive him too, Officer Marshall? He's not a bad man, just a bit disillusioned. Of course. I'm not one to gun down unarmed boys.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Wow.
Well.
Oh great, now Edgeworth is defending me. Guess that means I missed the mark. You didn't even try to explain it. What do you mean guess that means you missed the mark? You didn't even have an explanation for what you were going for. Very well, let's get back to the cross-examination.
He doesn't know what he's doing. Yes, I can't tell if he has earrings anyway. do.
I genuinely don't know if we were supposed to press on something or not.
What do you mean?
Like, they gave us a video. Maybe we were supposed to find something in that video, but, like, maybe not. Maybe that was a trap.
Maybe. I really don't know what, I don't, like, it doesn't seem like this game would give you that option if there wasn't something. Only because, like, this game's pretty, I mean, it's convoluted, but it's generous with stuff like that. I don't think it would, like, throw that out there if you weren't supposed to use it.
Is the evidence the fact that the locker never gets touched?
I mean,
how would that be evidence for anything, though, I wonder?
Well, because we're claiming the... Oh, because we don't see the murderer anyway. It's not as if the murderer was in that video, according to our... Well, I guess Meekins isn't... Well, no, wait. I'm confused. Only because they're like, this is a court case against Lana Skye, but Meekins is also on trial for a murder that they think is separate.
What stands out to me is that...
Meekins didn't touch the locker, because in this case he would be the murderer.
I think they were claiming that this jar somehow broke during the fight. And we seem to be claiming that these bloody handprints were left during that scene.
I was gonna say,
but neither of those happened.
But
in the video,
I'd like to remind you, like, this is a court case against Lana Skye. Why are we trying this murder that we are considering separate? Is Meekins is on trial for this? So in this case, I guess we'd be saying Meekins was the murderer, in which case we could say, well, Meekins didn't touch the locker, I guess. Also, like, where's the dead body? Because if we're going to really treat this as a standalone case, there's obviously that point that never comes up.
This is always like a method, like, because we're the ones that introduced the second case, because we're trying to find an out so that she wouldn't just get convicted on day one. And so now we're trying to pursue this case in the hopes that it'll give us evidence for the other case, basically. It's really, it gets a bit convoluted.
But the only way that, like, so if we're using...
When did this bloody handprint happen?
Because we don't believe, our team doesn't believe that there was a murder that took place in the locker room. Well, I don't know, dude. I'm a little bit confused. Like, are we throwing Meekins under the bus to save Lana? Is that what the, like, because that seems like where we're going, but it's like, I don't think we're not actually doing that. I just don't know how. Like,
it says the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance, but he didn't touch the locker.
I still like where...
There was no bloody handprint in the video. So I'm like, what?
I mean, you could point that out, but I don't know.
I don't know how you point that out.
Can't you point at the locker in the video? Like, maybe towards the end of the video?
But I don't know if pressing on that... We got the video by pressing on a certain message, and not that one. So, Also, because the video is so bad, we can't tell if the murderer was wearing gloves.
Well, but the murderer...
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? I feel like we're supposed to prove it was him in the video, but how?
I'm just...
Even this says I've got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, was it, partner? He just drives around with a knife all the time. It's even Edgeworth colored.
It is. It's very much an Edgeworth type of knife. I think most people have knives around. I think I have one in my car.